Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you all for joining. We are honored to have Mr. Mustafa Kurdoglu with us today, Mr. Hassan Wadi. We will be discussing Mr. Mustafa Kurdoglu's work on the numeric research that he's done in the Quran regarding the Nourani letters or the الحروف المقطعة. And we would like to, he has done some significant amount of work in this space that is really well deserving in terms of its review. So I welcome you and give you the stage to hopefully give a little introduction about yourself and some overview of your work. Welcome, Mr. Mustafa.
Welcome, Assalamu alaikum for everybody. My name is Mustafa Kurdolglu. I am living in Turkey, and I'm electrical engineer. And I met Quranic code in 2017 when I was retired. I have a lot of time and I have some knowledge about coding and programming, something like that. That's why I'm interested in the Quranic code. And I realized that many people already worked on it and many knowledge accumulate. And after that, I review all of them, and I realized that as an engineer, all the knowledge or data is not work together. Every code that found for someone, I realized that working one by one, not together. So I thought, what is this, or what is the code for what kind of work we can do with the code? I thought like this, first of all, and after that, you know, I knew some people. Like Reşat Halife, Edip Yüksel, something like that. So I review all their work, but actually I can say obviously I didn't like that because a lot of mistake they have.
That's true.
After that, after that, 2 years took the work. 2 years is not easy, believe me. After I decide the Quranic code must be different. I thought like this because all of them, they work already Quranic code. They would say, or they could say, the code working for preserving Quran. But I saw that the code not preserving Quran actively, just showing us that the Quran preserving, but real time, if you want to try to code test if code preserve or not the Quran, you can see easily not active preserving. We can easily understand. So I ask, what is the code? What kind of work we can use the code? I try to think like this. Finally, I realized the ayat, 17 surah, Isra surah, and 88 ayat. It's very, very clear. Shortly, I can say that the human being cannot write similar Quran. It's very, very clear ayat.
That's true.
But the code, the code cannot help the idea, because every code they produce, I can write, I can produce like them easily in computer. Very, very easy.
Sure.
So I try to find something that can be increase the probability. Get together, working together, and like a chain, variation chain or probability chain, get together, and the chain getting longer, probability going down. I thought like this, and I realized the Ha Meem Surah, Hurufu Muqatta letter. I realized that something like that I thought I see there. So I tried to find another one. Everybody working Quranic code, on Quranic code, looking for a pattern. Pattern is very, very important for coding. But, you know, if you want to system or systematic for measuring similarity, you don't need too much pattern. I realize that it's very, very important key point, because breaking point is that. So after I realize I don't need too much pattern, but I need the rule. Rule is very important. What's mean? I say rule. Rule is the coming from the Quran.
Correct.
Natural order is a very simple rule. Natural order. Natural order reflects Quranic text characteristic, mathematical characteristic. Is very, very important.
Yeah.
So I keep the rule first, and I try to make an equivalence using the code. And after that, I realize probability going down and keep going. I try to keep going like that. After a lot of coding, I found out. And if you want, I can show you. I can show you all the detail if you want.
Sure. What the one thing that is usually is easy to find a maybe a rule that's localized in only a few verses or one or two verses, for example. But to find a rule that spreads across a surah or many surahs is very difficult. And that's the amazing thing that I realize through your work, is that it crosses so many surahs. So that really then says it's a generalized rule across the Quran, and so which implies the structure behind the Quran, mathematical structure even, right?
Yes,
Which
but
cannot
you
be
can
done.
see.
Yeah, you cannot.
Yes, and also, you know what? It's big responsibility say that let's measure similarity of Quran. It's very, very big responsibility saying that. Actually, I saw nobody could say let's measure similarity of Quran as a scientifically. Nobody can say that for now.
Yeah.
But I see now I can say that, and also I already developed web page, and you can go and you can see if you try to type a
I can share the screen on your webpage.
Yes.
One second. This 7and19.com.
This one, English version.
Okay.
English version.
Yeah.
You cannot find the coding there. The coding there.
Okay.
If you want, yes. The other website is better.
The 7V
because the other
19.
website update.
So we can translate this to English as well, or Arabic.
Yes.
With Google Translate. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, please focus on the number of the letter in all surah. If you want English version, no problem. You can translate. Encoding, you see here. Encoding, go inside like this. But first of all, it's better to see here expert Quranic original coding, expert level 4. Here like this. Here you can see all the surah 40, and this surah, 7 surah, everybody knows that. Ha Meem surah. All of the surah has first ayat, ha and mim letter, which is huruf muqatta. Everybody knows that. So I call the letter coding letter, and we can modeling the text, Quranic text, using the letter, and also value of the letter, abjad value, which is is 8, mim is 40. So I use all the letter, and I make a mathematical model of the Quran text, so I can measure any text you can bring and claim it is similar of the Quran. We can measure, even use Latin alphabet. It doesn't matter. For example, I'm not focused on the meaning of the word. I'm not focused on the meaning of the text. I focus only code. That's why you can use Latin alphabet. It doesn't matter, no problem, because the claim bring the surah. You thought it is similar. So what language is, it doesn't matter, no problem. Bring the surah.
Right.
Directly, user go inside the website and coming here, directly they can write something.
Okay.
And decoding here. Let me translate English. Analyze code, directly code here.
Appears on the left, yeah.
Yeah, appear. And all the measurement, mathematical detail appear. And you can see red. Means it's not similar. It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
So it's very simple.
You create a coding of the presence of the letters Ha Meem in every verse.
Ha Meem.
Yeah. And then you look at if through the structure of numbers, if they are divisible by 19 or not, or divisible by 7 or not, like the total number. And so I guess my question to you is, why, okay, is it just purely the sum of the number of Ha Meem that is in the verse, or some other, what is the mathematical equation that you link the value of Ha Meem to?
Yes, also, some group of the criteria related with the number of the letters in the surah. The other group of the coding and also related order letter in the surah and with abjad number like this. All right, and you see all the detail you can see here. If you want, you write all the criteria. So you cannot bring the similar one. That's why I want to say the web page show you cannot bring a similar one as a Quran.
Mm-hmm.
Here, real time, you can do that here. And someone say is a coincidence. All criteria. Here you can see, and all the code produce randomly with computer, and you can see here like this. You can never provide all the criteria. That's why never no one bring like a Quran or like a code, numerical structure.
Correct.
Yes. I tried to say that.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to explain for me because my language is very, very poor.
No,
but
no,
I try to.
It's fine. No, I think the picture is clear. So I think so. This tool or website helps you essentially analyze the location of Ha Meem in every verse or sentence that you provide, and whether that sentence is in Arabic or English or Turkish or whatever. It's looking really for the location of Ha Meem. And the Quran surahs that start with Ha Meem, the idea is that the presence, if you encode the Ha Meem with their abjad values of 8 and 40, you will be able to construct a code that is has a divisible by 19. Mod 19 means divisible by 19, or modulo 19. So we can see that only the Quran coding structure is able to do that. If you switch to the Arabic version, is it every verse within the surah of Shura, for example, Surah 42 or Surah 40 or 43, all those Ha Meem surahs, there are 7 of them. Do they, all the verses within them divide by by 19, or succeed in the criteria of modulo 19? Can you explain how general or how universal this rule is?
Emerge the code like this. Yes, like this. We can making code or designing code, taking all the Ha Meem letter from the surah order, like this. For example, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. First of all, we have one Meem, other Rahman, Ha, and Meem.
Right.
Rahim, Ha, and Meem, like this. And after Ha Meem. And also get together and we can get summarize. We can get total, all of them. And the other one, same thing. Many types of coding I have.
Yeah. And then you total all of that together.
Yes.
Okay.
Like this, going like this. All of the order has a code. All of the total, like this. And it's very interesting point here. Surah 42. Surah. And the second verse as Ayin Sin Kaf, another huruf muqatta, and coming here like this, and all the total number get together and making this code.
Okay. So then
Very,
you just stack the numbers together. You don't add them mathematically, but you stack them together to form a long series of numbers.
Oh, and another one, this one. Yes, you're right.
Mr. Yazid joined us, so welcome, Mr. Yazid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All the surah table coming like this, and we're taking all the value of the letter.
Are you doing this on the scope of one surah or multiple surahs? Like you're doing this for all the verses within one surah of Ha Meem, or across multiple surahs?
Multiple, without interrupting, apply the system, all 7 surah.
All 7 surahs applies. Okay. And does it work on every surah by itself? Like if I take one surah of Ha Meem by itself, just one, does it work?
You cannot find, no, it doesn't work. You cannot find any code.
Okay, so it only works across when you combine all the Ha Meem surahs together.
Right.
Okay.
first place.
How about, can I ask you, how about the
Sure.
Alif Lam Mim? Also same thing, like if I do combine all the Alif Lam Mim surahs together, then it
No,
works?
I couldn't find code in the surah. Maybe different way or different shape. I don't know. Different rule.
Okay.
Need to research, but I couldn't find anything there.
Okay. How about for surahs that are only, for example, Shura has Hamim Ayn Sin Qaf. Does the Ayn Sin Qaf within the Shura produce a code?
Yes, but
It does.
like this. It's a very interesting point, this one, for Quran, because only a second ayat has hurufu muqatta here.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot find another example in the Quran like this. So it's very important, I think, in sync of point. And also it shows us it's very significant point here, like this. Again, collect all the abjad value, get together with Ayn Sin Qaf, which is insert all the other abject value, which is 40 and 8 Hamim.
Yeah.
Get together, and we see another code. It's very, very important. Here, it's nearly impossible doing like this. This one, get together, look. Hamim, only Hamim. And
Subhanallah.
Ayn Sin Qaf.
Yes.
Ayn Sin Qaf.
Mr. Hassan
Get
has,
together like this.
yeah, Mr. Hassan has a question for you. So yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Hassan.
Oh, thank you, Saad Mustafa. Thank you, Saad Muhammad. Just one question, Saad Mustafa. Did you add? I see you add the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim as well, the calculation. Did you try without adding the Bismillah? You know, 7 Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That's one question.
No code. No code.
And
no code.
No, it didn't fit. You have to add the Bismillah.
Yes, I add all the original Musaf.
Yeah.
All the original Musaf, exactly original. What I see, I try to quote from everything. Bismillah, everything.
Yeah.
With seven surah. I tried to say that it's nearly impossible doing this code with manually.
Yeah. Mr. Mustafa, just the reason I asked that, just to let you be aware that the group Al-Raqim is have a specialty in that in the group there is not only one system of calculation. There is too many systems of calculation, and with the help of Muhammad and other admins, what they try to do.
I saw something. Yes, right.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. They can do it, and we work together. We have a lot of work to do now because I didn't finish all the work. I didn't come to end. I didn't say that.
Yeah, because one of the group he couldn't enter the group. He is called Yasser. He asked me to ask you a question, He doesn't
Okay.
speak English, but he asked me to ask you a question. Mr. Yasser, he is very good and known in the group in giving researches about odd and even in the entire Quran regarding the
I know,
letters, the words, the verses, and the chapters. In general, which kind of calculations you use? This is a question. Many of the people in the group, some of them use center known for calculation, which is like you, the original text of Arabic, but add in the Hamza, for example. Some people doesn't calculate the Hamza. There is another calculation with this hair calculation or kahil calculation. Are you aware about all these different, or your system of work is different completely? You don't have to rely on that.
This calculation, because it involves the original letters of Ha, Meem, Ain, Sin, Qaf, Alif, Lam, Mim, it's not affected by the Hamza, and not affected by the spacing between the words.
Mean,
yeah.
But right. We see top of the text, the letter written there. It's very, very clear. We can use all the letter or coding. I tried to develop this kind of method. I reach the point that human being cannot do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very, yes, it's very, very clear because I can calculate probability. It's very, and all the people, chain of the probability, all of them probability calculate, they can see, they can also, they try to do on the website, try to do. I make it tool, they can try. Trying is very, very important issue. If you don't try, you cannot understand.
True.
Believe me, you have to try it. You have to try it. You have to try and bring the similar one.
Yeah.
And that time you can understand easily.
Yeah.
You can understand easily. I show you very quick, very brief, very, very easy to try here, because I already prepared for you here some level, step by step.
What do you mean? What do you mean by different levels? What do you, when you say the level 1, level 2, expert entry? What do you mean by that?
Wait a minute. I try to explain. First of all, user see that page, this page, as soon as possible, you go away, because it's very, very difficult to understand this detail here. It's very, very difficult. And someone tried to do similar one. It's almost impossible. It's very, very difficult. First of all, here, writing some text, after decoding, take long time. So first of all, focus only code. Try to similar code, a small one, a small part of the code. If you try to make a similar one, if you make a similar one, only small part, you can understand the main idea. Slowly, step by step is better. If you cover all of them, you cannot understand.
Yeah.
So focus similarity of the Quran, not preserving of the Quran. Is a different idea. Similarity, measuring of the similarity is a different idea. How can measure a similarity of the text? Please focus on it. After you try to develop some system. After look my work, you understand. But when you're looking my work, when you are looking in my work, please look at the first level first here.
Yeah. Entry level. Yeah.
Yeah, entry level here, and try to get similar. This side original code. This side you are producing. For example, 14 more. This one code 14 more. Okay, let's add 5, for example, 22, 27, and calculate. Yes, done. We already get similar one now. All right, next step. Next step. If you cannot do that, if you you need some calculation, it's very difficult. It's not easy. You need computer or calculator, something. I think you cannot do by your hand or manually. All right, I help you here. I help you here, and you can get help here. You can get help here if you want. Yes, English version better. Yes, get help here, and using this code, and over the finish this level again. All right, you can do it, but doing by yourself, not getting help, doing by yourself with Excel, using other tools, trying to do, you can understand better. All right.
And this is just playing with numbers without sentences. Like this is, you're just saying, okay, the challenge is about having a numeric system that can fit the criteria. And you're just playing with numbers to try to match the passing criteria. It's even far more difficult to have a sentence structure that makes sense, that it fits within the scope of context of the verses or the topic of being discussed or talked about. Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. A sentence, if you think like that, the word and the sentences is going to be more difficult. But first of all, we have to understand what kind of model we need to measure similarity of the Quran. What kind of mathematical model we need, and also do we have in the Quran that kind of model or that kind of coding? We have to research this one. All right. First of all, please think like this. Similarity is very important key point, and the coding must be getting harder every step. Look, the other step more harder. Okay, we get help again. Get code. I make code for you.
Okay. Can I ask you something? can you explain
Sure.
these you have four criteria there for calculations, right?
Okay.
4 levels. What
Four
can you
levels,
explain
right.
the equation for each level? What does this equation mean? Like, for example,
Okay.
the first level, it was only the total of the numbers,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, total. Yes,
Yeah, just
other level,
Yeah.
total of the letter number is ratio, sum of the digit number must be 19. The second one. All the total number.
Okay.
Total number. Number of total. Number of total.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Divide all the sum of the digit. All the number.
Okay, and you get 19. Divisible by 19. Yeah.
Visible 19. Exactly 19 must be 19.
Mm-hmm.
If change the number, calculate.
Yeah.
You can collapse all the code.
Very good.
Code you can see left side, providing all the system, providing all the criteria. After that, you see, I found out all the number for you, but you see, finally, we get expert level. You understand better now. And it's very important point here. There is no obligation each other, all the criteria. You know what I mean? Again, there is no obligation with all the criteria. All the criteria working independently.
Yes. No dependency between the criteria, as you're saying.
No dependency. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is correct word. All right. And you see 5. For example, 5 criteria. 5th criteria. All the number of the letter order natural sequence like this here. But
so
now,
you stack the numbers together. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But now it's not provided. Yes, I help you because I find it here like this. Again, step by step going on. I found most of the criteria, but finally your capacity finish. You cannot go further. You cannot go here like this.
This is for
criteria harder exponentially. Getting harder exponentially.
Exponentially, yeah.
One more here. Yes. Here we reach 6th criteria.
Can you translate this page to English so that we can
Yes. Sure, of course. Yes.
Okay.
We get finally, and I found out all the 10 criteria here. You know, 11 criteria I couldn't find, and you know it's not finished here. Going on.
So you have 10 equations or relationships.
We are 11 now. So we have 10 more going on. Expert level 2. And now you see all the criteria here, and also 12 coming. Here,
that's amazing, subhanallah.
you can see, yes, here, all the abjad value. You see some number here coming from 40 and 8, getting number, collecting all the 40 number and 80 number, and coming here. You see, if I delete 240 here, I delete, I calculate, you see 380 directly change, and all the criteria collapse. You see, all the criteria collapse. Here. After that, going further, you know, all the surah Ha Meem letter here, getting together, making very, very difficult call. All right, and let's see. Expert level here. 3, which is very, very important also, this level. This level, getting, I think of 42 surah, Shura surah, you know. And here, you see here, all Ha Meem here, all surah. All Ha Meem here. And
Yeah.
add Ayin Sinkaf. Get together. Can you imagine that? It's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, you have five letters.
Together, getting each other according to, say, order, natural order in the surah, letter, position. Put all the value according to all the surah letter. It's very difficult, very difficult. You see, get together again code. It's impossible to get provide the code. All right, don't forget 11, 12, 13. Not finished. Not finished. Going further.
Subhanallah.
One letter. If you delete, for example, all the because
the system collapses if subhanallah, this is very amazing and huge.
Also,
but I see that the rule, the explanation.
Delete, you see all the steps. It's very, very difficult. And
Absolutely.
we can make yes, 4 level, expert level, huge coding potentially. It's not easy. Just all my friend, all engineer, please try to do it. Getting similar. Just focus on it. After understand and work another surah, another part of the Quran. We can work together. And you see here a lot of coding. Getting all Ha Meem Ayin Sinkaf. And all coding here, all coding provides 19 and 7, which is telling from some ayat in the Quran, you know that, Hijr, Surah 87, Min al-Mesani, Seb'an min al-Mesani.
نعم.
You know that. Another one,
ولقد أعطيناك سبعا من المثاني والقرآن. نعم.
If you want to try coincidence, random number, yes, you can do that here. How it's possible to provide all the code? One shot, because Quran written only one time.
Correct.
Is it written in 23 years, one time? If you explain one time, and you can go a coincidence.
There's no way.
Like this.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
It's not science. It's not scientific explanation. It's coincidence. We can find this kind of stuff other books. In the other books, it's impossible.
I think the only question I had, the internet connection is quite interrupted at the moment. I had a question about these different levels of experts. Do you have a slide that shows the equations used for each level? Yeah, this is good. This is it's a nice picture, but I was wondering if you can, the equations used for each criteria. Do you have details on what are these different equations? I know you explained, for example, in one criteria you had the total of the numbers. In a second criteria, you just stack the digits. In a
and third, all the abject value get sum, all the abject value base of the verses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, based from the verses you get the sum and you stack the numbers together. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And then you have a criteria where you do a division between that stacked number as well and the sum of the digits over the sum of the digits.
Right.
Yeah. It would be helpful to have a table of these, all these criteria. If you have a table of them, it will be helpful to see them all together.
Download,
yeah.
You can download the Excel sheet from my website.
Oh, okay.
All criteria Excel as an Excel file you can download.
Okay, so we can see all the equations exactly there. Yeah.
Same website you can see.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to see it in the paper also, like when you're writing to describe it in a table form in the paper, it will be helpful. Mr. Hassan has a question.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Mustafa, sorry, Mr. Yazid, he's with us in the group, but he's busy and he can't use the mic.
Yeah.
And he keeps asking. Just want to ask one question. Did Mr. Mustafa aware about a researcher, which is Ali Adams, the founder of Quran Code? He have a research regarding Ha Meem as well. So his question, are you aware about that, or did you look at it as well?
Thank you.
A few days ago, I realized him, and I make a message, and he responds. He is walking Hazreti Ali way now, I think, and after he turned, we will discuss, I think.
Okay. So you will connect with him and hopefully.
Doctor, I was just asking, when I used the program Quran Code, there is an Excel file in it when he talks about Hamim research about Hamim, and I don't know if you saw it also, because it's also interesting maybe for your researches.
I know this research about Hamim, and I try to expand. I try to develop. If you look at my work, you can understand. I know all about the Hamim works in the world now, and but we reach more high level now.
Yes, I saw.
Very,
I'm actually reading the book. It's very interesting. The essay part, I think the book is very clear about all this this research.
He's saying
And also,
your
Mr.
book is
Muhammad,
very good and
Mr.
very
Muhammad,
clear.
it's very important.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
thank you.
a beautiful work.
Yeah, thank you. And also, it's very important thing. And the Hamim code, which I work on it, start Hamim and going on. Finally, he had, pardon, it had index of the Musaf and connect even and odd coding together, get together.
So you're saying
Combine with them.
Yeah, so you're saying there is a relationship between the Hamim coding
Yes.
and the odd and even.
Even an odd, even an odd on the Musafirist, and also get together, working together, because ayat number, Hamim ayat number has a code also. Ayat number. All the ayat number, you know, this is the element of the Musafirist also.
Yeah.
Is this part in your book, Doctor?
Is this in your book? He's asking. Is this in your book?
Yes.
Okay.
I write it.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Actually, I wrote first of all, even.
So essentially, this is great work. I was wondering if your work scope focused on Hamim and Ain Sin Qaf, or do you also have included the other, for example, Alif Lam Mim or Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad? Have you done the other encryption or Huruf Muqatta'a, Noon, for example? Have you done that?
Try to find code, all of them. I research, but I couldn't find yet.
Okay.
but it be different way. I don't know exactly. It can be a different way. We need to research.
Yeah.
But also, I have to say again, this code going further and finally involve index of the Musaf by all the ayat number of the Ha Meem, because all the ayat number of the Ha Meem is an element Musafirist.
Right.
So include each other. Yeah, if you focus similarity means you cannot use the number of the Quran. You can bring another number, but similar, mathematical similar. That's why all the Quranic number already reserved for Quran. That's why you cannot use same number, same code. You cannot use. If you look at this point, you can see it's very, very important view you can have after you see all the details in there.
So
It
one of
is including and all coding.
yeah. So 7 and 19 are both prime numbers, and the Quran
Also,
focuses a lot on prime numbers. I was wondering if you used in your criteria other prime numbers, like for example 11 or 17
also, yes,
or 37.
yes, Muhammad.
Yeah. Have you used other prime numbers?
Yes, not yet. 5. I really tired a little bit, so I stop research now. I stop research. I try to introduce what I did. Okay.
So that's very good. You've done a lot of work, good work already, and this is excellent innovation in how we understand the Quran and how we can make practical calculations to demonstrate the Allah, the power of Allah's verse that challenges humans to come with anything similar. And so this is truly amazing and significant. So I certainly thank you, and subhanallah, and it's a miraculous demonstration of Allah's ability to encode the Quran in a way that challenges everyone else, and also in a way it does demonstrate its preservation, right? Because if it was,
absolutely I want to highlight the sentence demonstration, the preservation of the Quran. It's correct, 100% correct. If you touch any ayat, any word, any letter, collapse all the system.
The entire system collapses.
But but it's very important thing. If I know how to calculate all the code, how to emerge of the code, I can modify some words without touching the coding. So you see, the code is not preserving actively.
Not preserving actively. That's true.
Yes. Hafiz memorize the Quran, and witnesses documentation, which is Wahi Katib.
That's right.
Two systems already preserving the Quran. Hafiz, memorizing Quran, and documentation.
Yeah.
Cross-checking. Yes, cross-checking, making cross-checking. And the two systems organized by Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, two organization established by Hazrat Muhammad and preserving, and we can see already preserve with code. We can see, because this is bayina, this is ayat, this is, how can I say in English? I forget.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. But you know, I think in our group you will find a lot of people who can help you with the ideation, with the innovation, on coming up with different criteria, examining it, looking at providing essentially maybe different applications for whether it's for Hamim or for the other letters. For example, we have very creative researchers in our group. Some of them have been working on the Quran numeric aspects for many years. So including for example, research on prime numbers and relationship with of the Quran with prime numbers. So I see, 7 and 19 are only two prime numbers, but the Quran has power of demonstrating its use of prime numbers significantly in many different approaches. Which came about or are evident in the research publications of posts on our Ar-Raqim Facebook group. So in any case, this has been a great eye-opening experience.
Work together.
MashaAllah. Yeah, absolutely. We love to work with you on this, and hopefully we can assist you with resources, with maybe programs for calculations. Your website is very elegant, very powerful in terms of ease of use, and you can have both the Quran side and the user side, and for comparison, that's perfect.
Yes.
This is excellent. So just as a reminder for our whoever is viewing the meeting, the website itself, I'm going to share my screen. The website itself is called code.7ve19.com, and so if you go there, you'll be able to use the website, and it's and you can use Google Translate to translate it to English or any other language. But essentially, it is called code.7ve19.com, and then you can go from there. So I appreciate it. So it's been an enjoyable meeting with you, Mr. Mustafa, and we hope to connect more, inshallah, producing videos to help you produce some videos in English and help you with the research itself. So, any questions for Mustafa, Mr. Hassan, or Yazid?
Just Sir Muhammad, if Mr. Mustafa, I say the same like what you advise him. with the group, you know, the other expert in the group, he could search more about, you know, without Bismillah, for example, with the Alif Lam Ra, for example, by adding, for example, the entire Quran. I think with your programs, you could do that because it's look like Mr. Mustafa get tired because it's too much numbers. But I think with the help with the program, the search will be easier for him. Then he will get more options, and he can do more options.
That's
and
correct.
I remind you, Mr. Mustafa, what you do, be aware that put Allah in your eyes. Put Allah as it could be your research. It could be not be discovered for the world, because there is another powers that maybe eliminate that, doesn't allow you to go through, to create a breakthrough about this major findings. So it could be another 100 years, we're gonna die, then people discover this research. So don't be tired, don't be, you know, upset if not many people reading the book or not many people aware about your research. You do just for the sake of Allah and do the niyyah with a good heart. And inshallah, Allah reward you the paradise. And this is my message to all the researchers as well. Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
So this is a beautiful work. As as Mr. Hassan said, we are able to produce programs, customized programs, and you know, focused on particular calculations like this. And you've already done amazing programming here with the website, but I think we can do, you know, expand on that with multiple ways. And we look for ways to partner with you and support you, inshallah. It's been a pleasure meeting with you, and you know, inshallah, I will publish this video on the group as well, and you can address their questions from there. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.